My friend Fred Sed's team pended and closed 28 deals in the month of August 2023, which has been one of the toughest times in real estate. And in this video, he breaks down how they did it just calling old leads that were already in their system and holding open houses. He goes through what each agent does, what his expectations are, how many appointments they need to make to get a sale. And it is a very interesting interview. Now, keep in mind, my team was on this call as well. If you're wondering who are these random people that are on the call, if you want to book some time with me and learn how you can partner with me at Game Changers and Real Estate B School and get all my courses on YouTube and Instagram, or partner with me at Place, definitely book a call with me in the description below. I am a real estate agent located in the state of Virginia if you have any referrals, and Fred Sed is located in Southern California. So I really hope you guys enjoy the interview and definitely comment below your thoughts. All right, so we got my boy Fred Sed on here, one of my partners at Place. We're gonna be talking about Mojo. So Fred, I'm gonna let you just take it away, man. What are your thoughts on Mojo and this changing market, and how can we prospect to get more business?
So let me tell you how this is going to work. Okay. Well, at the end of the day, when it comes to our Place lead generation models, well, first of all, my name is Fred. Probably haven't met a lot of you. I'm in Southern California. I run a couple teams here. We're in San Diego, Orange County, and LA County. I'm in 5 Keller Williams offices, and we have about 30 people on our team. So we're spread. In case you have any referrals in SoCal, think about my ugly face. We will definitely convert your people and get them into a house and get you a referral check.
I hope I have a lot of buyers looking in Southern California, because it's going to be a lot more than what our houses are. So
yeah, for sure. So when it comes to Mojo is just a tool. It's just a dialer, correct? But what we're going to talk about is just outbound prospecting in general. So when it comes to our Place lead generation models, I'm going to have it down here, but I won't pull it up. On the left-hand side, you have to understand we work with our sphere, open houses, and prospecting. And then when we get really good at that, then we go into leads, online, home valuation, referrals, and everything else. The one thing you have to understand is there's 2 ways you can be in your business. Exactly. So there's 2 ways you're going to be in your business. Number one, and you could write this down, because when I understood this, when I partnered with Ben when it was the Ben Kinney team. It wasn't even in place yet, right? So he taught me 4.5 years ago, that Fred, building your business, because I was already running a business that was $1 million in GCI, 45 million, and like 80 to 100 units or something like that.
Wow.
And now we've 3x that in the past couple of years. But what he taught me was what the game changer was. He said there's 2 types of businesses that you can be. And this is also taught in the MREA, but also he hit it home with me, is you can be prospecting based or marketing based. One of those, right? So there's option 1, which you can be marketing based and prospecting enhanced. Okay. Then option 2, you can be prospecting based and marketing enhanced. Let me explain the difference. This is for Chris, your overall team in business, and this is for each of you, JD, Peter, Vanessa, Maria, iPhone 6, Marissa, and then Arsant, right? This is what you have to think about in your personal book of business. If you're marketing based and prospecting enhanced, that means you got to spend a ton of money or do a gazillion social media posts, which you have to also boost to get leads, or do a ton of blogs that get SEO, or wherever you got to do to generate marketing-based leads, which costs money at the end of the day. Then when you bring in the leads, then by being prospecting enhanced, you'll convert them, right?
Right, because like a Zillow lead's like $1,500 probably in my market. Yeah.
Whatever, yeah. Or if you could even get Zillow Flex, you got to pay 40% off the top to Zillow Flex. And then we split 30-30 or whatever our splits are, it's crazy, right? But number 2 is prospecting based and marketing enhanced, right? Prospecting based is I'm going out and I'm prospecting. I'm outbound calling. I'm doing open houses. I'm calling inside of Brivity and I'm data mining, right? Digging for gold. I'm working on my skills on the phone. I'm working on conversion. I'm getting really damn good at this, showing that I can go out there and I can hunt and fish for business. Then when I'm skilled enough, then my team and I can spend some money, and the leads that I do spend money on, I know that I can actually convert and I'm not wasting my money. I know so much about this conversation because I used to be option 1. I used to be marketing based and prospecting enhanced back in the day. A couple hundred leads a month, didn't know what I was doing, solo agent, right? And a couple hundred leads a month. I closed 6 deals a year from 2008 to 2013. This was before Zillow, but I would blog, Craigslist, whatever to generate my business. and go from there. I'm like, this sucks. I don't want to do this. This is inefficient, wasting a ton of time
It's
and a
like
ton of
totally
money.
not predictable either, right? It's like,
Right. So then I flipped to prospecting based, which then we led with outbound calling. We led with open houses. We led with calling old leads in the system and bringing them back to life. And we got really good at that. Did I now recently start spending money on leads? I would always spend 1,000 or 2,000 on leads, but a team of my size, that's not that much, just so you guys know, from an advertising standpoint. Now, recently, we're spending a lot more money on leads because I have the agent count and we have the skill set to convert this, so we all get a return on investment. But for a long time, for the past 4 years with Ben in place and Chris and all of us, I've been prospecting based and marketing enhanced. So part of that is outbound prospecting. Outbound prospecting, number one, if you haven't already taken it, I recommend that, you guys know that we have place certification courses,
yep,
right?
yep.
Brevity, Sphere and Gear, whatever. I created a prospecting certification course about a month or 2 or 3 ago. So if you go, you can find it in our.place.com and look for prospecting certification course. It's now, you don't have to join the live calls anymore. You could just do it on demand with the LMS system. So I recommend that you go through the course. It's just a 4-week or a 4-part course. It tears apart prospecting in general better than this 15, 20-minute call, way more in detail on your mindset, on your activity, on the metrics, how many calls you got to make, FISBOs, expireds and canceled, and circle prospecting is what we focused on. So when it comes to outbound prospecting, there's really a couple pillars. Circle prospecting, which is straight cold calling neighborhoods around a just listed listing or a just sold. FISBOs, which you know what that is, right, for sell by owners. Expireds and canceled, homes that were on the market that didn't sell that are off the market now. And that's it. You could also call it absentee owners, investors, but that's circle prospecting. You're just calling a specific data set to get that. The key thing is that you have to be able to do this effectively and efficiently via dialer system, which Mojo's to us the most well-known in the industry. There's tons of dialers, but I think Mojo's the best. Sometime in the first quarter of 2024, Sean, who's the president of Land Voice, who we technically now own, is going to embed the data for divorce data, foreclosure data, FISBO, expired, canceled, circle prospecting. It's going to eventually be inside and integrated within our Brevity, hopefully by the end of March, April of next year, so that
Wow.
we can use our Brevity dialer to then prospect it. The difference between Brevity dialer and Mojo, Brevity dialer is a single line dialer, which you all know. Mojo, you can do up to 3 lines at once. But I'm looking forward to getting rid of the Mojo expense eventually and just using Brevity because it does the same thing.
Right.
So
And
that
the
is soon
Brevity
to
has
come.
amazing tracking too. Yep.
Yeah, that's soon to come, which is great. So that we can now track outbound calling, inbound calling, everything just in one CRM, which I can't wait. I'm so excited for that. But that's kind of the basics. So what questions do any one of you have around outbound prospecting in general? Any questions you can ask me. Nothing's too stupid to ask.
Oh yeah, I got a question. So
Yeah.
I'm an agent. I'm new. I want to make 100K. Let's say my average commission is 7,000.
Mhm.
What is that like? And we have a lead pond of 18,000 leads in our Brevity. What does that look like? Like, what would my day look like where you would say you're going to head this guy is going to make 100 grand? Like, what would my numbers look like for that?
Yeah, watch this. So these are our, let me know if you could read these. It's
Yeah,
backwards for me.
150 dials. Okay. 40 Brevity contacts, 150 Mojo dials, 2 open houses, and then hit your appointment goals for BC. Buy. Okay, gotcha.
But here's the difference. So on number one and number two, I don't care about number one. I put number one because on average on our team, in order to hit 40 conversations and lead follow-up or past clients in Brevity, you have to do 150 dials. Some can do 40 conversations with 100 dials. Some take 200 dials. I don't know. But number one and two go hand in hand, but number two is the most important. Number three, believe it or not, I would say since 2020, 21, 22, and up until May of this year, our team standard was 750 dials in Mojo a week, not 150 or 350. But in May, I stopped outbound prospecting, believe it or not. I took a big hit on deals, lack of deals from outbound prospecting because I stopped and I took the entire team and I said, we have this huge database of Brevity. And we have so many leads that we're not calling effectively or not calling at all. So I moved all of the team's energy into Brivity since June of this year, and we just started getting back into outbound calls in the past 30 to 60 days. So I got them back into doing 150 a week. Then now we're at 350 a week. Then they'll get back to 500 a week, right? So our standard really was 750 a week. Ben's
And
standard is Ben's standard was always like my old standard was 2 open houses per week, 75 Brivity dials, and 750 Mojo dials. But I wanted to pick up the Brivity activity, right? And I had to sacrifice Mojo to get them doing that, to get their minds around lead follow-up. And now we're getting back to kind of our holistic plan of what we do from a standard standpoint. But if I were to give you something, 2 open houses per week. Number two, at least 40 conversations in Brivity. And number three, minimum to get you going, 350 dials outbound in Mojo.
that's
That should
actually,
be
yeah. So basically 40. So you're saying if I jump in the lead pond, I'm calling my sphere, I'm calling whatever Google leads, we're getting you at least need at 40 conversations.
40 conversations in Brivity that are Brivity-based contacts, like you said, lead pawn, new leads, lead follow-up, data mining, past clients and Sphere. That's 40 conversations in a week, which is completely doable. Doesn't take that much time, realistically. It might take you 4 or 5 hours in a week to do that. And then number two, 350 Mojo dials. And if you're doing a triple line dial or single, 350 dials is like 2 sessions of 90 minutes in a week.
Yeah, it's not much at
It's
all.
not
Yeah.
much, right? And then 2 open houses, which is probably takes the most time.
Right. So I'm real quick, and I'm sorry if I'm taking another call from you guys, but if I
No.
get 40 conversations, right? How many appointments out of that should I strive for where I know I'm doing good or I need more practice or help? Probably like 2 appointments a week out of that.
Hey, let me share real quick. Let me
Okay.
we got about less than 10 minutes left, but I do want to show you this. Really good question you just gave me.
Yeah, because I think that this will be like a good because I know like a lot of people will say I know what people will
Oh,
end up saying.
Chris, let me share, like enable me to
Yep.
share.
Okay.
Perfect. Enable, and then carry on what you're saying.
Yeah. So I mean, do you guys kind is that coming to kind of get you guys curious as well? Like if you talk to 40 people, how many appointments you should set?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what I was literally gonna pull up our Brivity numbers if I can share them. Let me pull them
Yeah.
up. Let me pull
Whatever.
them up real quick.
While he's doing that, any other big questions you guys have, like a burning desire you want to know? Peter, go ahead.
No, yeah, just keep going. This is great.
It's good stuff because like Fred's. I think like you posted something in Facebook the other day when like a lot of teams were having a bad month, and you're like, we have 30 closings this month, and I'm like, and I know you're like a prospecting based team, so I was like, I know it's doable, and I also know that Southern California is probably a lot more competitive market than Northern Virginia is, I would
It's
imagine.
the most competitive market. August was our best month from a standpoint of we had like 28 or 30 openings and closings. So we had like 16 closings and we had 14 openings. So it was our best open and close month. Sometimes when you have a really solid month of running, the next month normally is a dud because everybody's like, I'm gassed. But we actually maintained it. It was about like 25 or 30 million in production. So it
Yeah,
was a gnarly amount.
that's
So
amazing.
so in the last 30 days, okay, let me chat this in here because I can't share my screen still for some reason.
Okay.
So I'm going to chat you guys. So we did the last 30 days in Brivity only.
This is in Brevity only, not Mojo.
Only. Okay, we did 5,318 dials. We did 1,450 contacts. We did
1,450.
70 appointments set. Actually, that's not correct. 70 appointments isn't, I'm going to take out, okay, here we go. That's more like it. Okay. These are buyer consultations and listing consultations only. Appointments set. We have 21 appointments held.
And which month was this for?
The last 30 days in Brivity.
So last 30 days, they've made 5,300 calls, talked to 1,400 people to set 47 appointments, and they've held 21 appointments.
So then if I'm going to go let me go October, what's October 25th? So if I go September 25th to October 25th, apply. Let me see what we did in Mojo. Let me see what
And then now
Mojo.
he's going to pull up Mojo. So, I mean, really, guys, like his agents probably are just calling very consistently, and like he said, he doesn't, have anything magical that we don't have. I would imagine, because I mean, I know you have a lead pond as well, right, Fred?
Oh yeah. And I don't have the appointment set in Mojo because it's not in
Yeah.
there.
So
But it might be.
17,175 dials and Mojo for 1,100 contacts. So
And the
these type of
context is low. The
numbers,
context should be a little higher. But
yeah. So like these type of numbers are usually getting you guys what, like 12 to 15 closings a month.
Mm-hmm.
So makes perfect sense. Okay,
And
cool.
and I'm at 23 agents now, but 60 days ago I was like 16, 17. So we're onboarding a lot of agents at the moment. We have our recruiting systems dialed in, so we're prepared to partner with a lot more people.
Was there like, he's only got like 5 minutes. I do have like a good question for him, but like, does anybody have a burning desire question they really want to know while you got him on here?
Yeah, I'll jump in real quick. Fred, I've watched a lot of your videos and stuff on scripting, and I'm a fan, honestly. It's awesome to have you on here. Is there like a silver bullet line, like when you're going through brevity and calling? Is there like kind of like a apply to all like one liner that you have that works well for you?
Like data mining?
Yeah, like data mining or just, yes, exactly.
So if I mean, you guys have 18,000 people in your privy. That's so sick, by the way. That should be like cha-ching.
And I know, and I have agents yell at me
that.
and be like, "We don't have any leads," and I'm like,
Bro,
"We have 18,000 in there."
That's a bunch of.
Yeah.
I want to say it, but I'm not going to say it because I'm being recorded. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Here's what I would do. Ring, ring. Hey, is this John? Hey, John, my name is Peter here with Place. And in the past, we talked about real estate, buying or selling. You reached out to us. I met you at an open house. I don't recall, but I wanted to see, do you have any existing real estate needs that I can help you with? 9 times out of 10, they'll say no. And then I'll say, great. I'll put that in my system. Hey, would you ever be open to a great deal? Because we have off-market listings all the time. If they say no to that, okay, then at that point, great, I'll keep in touch and go from there. If I have an address, I'll market report them, if I have a listing alert, great. But if they say no to a great deal, like they don't want to deal with you, right? I dangle that carrot. That's kind of what we've been using to see if they'll at least come up and do something. But we've been data mining a lot the past 5-6 months, and we're bringing people back to life for sure.
Have you guys heard somebody else tell you that exact same thing before a million times? Are you interested in a good deal? No, if they're no, then they're definitely not interested in something. Most people, if they have some kind, they're going to be interested, right? If they have any type of thing. So, like Fred, really quick, like what's like the people that have been on your team, or that you've seen be successful? Because we've just been a part of Place for about a year, but what's like the one like thing that the people that are really making it that they do that the people that have come and gone didn't do?
They did this consistently, or at least they attempted to do this consistently. The ones that actually really strive to do at least an open house or two a weekend, the ones that really strive to get anywhere from 25 to 50 conversations in brevity, the ones that do a little bit of outbound prospecting, right? The ones that working on their skills and showing up to power up every single day and script practicing, the ones that want to recommit and getting buyer certified with the buyer consultation or listing certified. Right. Those are the ones that are, and the ones that show up every day. Like, so cause we have 5 locations. So we're not always we have 5 offices too. So it's like, I've one agent here. I have 3 here. I have 8 here. I have 15 here. We're spread just the way that our model has worked over the years. So we cover more of a territory. So we all at least get together every single day on Zoom in our respective locations. So making sure they show up in one facet. And the cool part is I just pulled up everybody's tracking numbers in 30 seconds. So I know if you're hitting the phones or not. And if you're not doing your activity on our coaching sessions on Mondays, myself and my director of production, we're calling you out. We're supporting you. What's going on? And either this model works for you or doesn't work for you. But the market that we're in right now, it takes what's called wartime leadership, not peacetime leadership, per Ben Kinney. And we should all be in a position where this market is going to be this way for quite some time. And we have to prepare ourselves, and doing ancillary activities is a requirement to achieve our net income in 2024 and for the next 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, 100%. Well, dude, I really appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man. I really appreciate it. It's a good thing about the partnership at Place, and I'm sure everybody else thanks you a lot, man.
My pleasure. If I can help in any way, just hit me up, text me, or Facebook me, and I'll get back to you.
Can we help you in any way to send our referrals to Southern California?
Bro, straight up referrals. If you think of SoCal, just think of me. And if I can't do it, I'll give you a Place partner that can, but please think of me first. You better
100%.
believe I'm going to close them. And half the referrals I work myself, just so we're clear.
Yeah, I have somebody looking to move to Malibu. It's like 50 mil, so I will call you.
Make it rain, bro. Make it
Yeah.
rain.
All right. Thanks so
Okay.
much, man.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.